Hey there, and welcome to Careers Unchecked, the podcast where we stop checking boxes and start making moves. This is for barrier breakers, career builders, and anyone who's ready to build a career that actually feels like theirs. I'm Brandy Oldham, career coach, interior designer, and year-round iced coffee drinker. Around here, we keep it real, from navigating career pivots to figuring out how to stay balanced when your to-do list feels like it's just never ending. Whether you're chasing that next promotion, thinking about switching things up, or just trying to figure out what's next, you're in the right place. My goal? To help you trust yourself, take action that feels good, and build a career that's sustainable, not stressful. So grab your drink of choice, settle in, and let's get to it. Today's episode is a personal one. It's also a little bit heavier. It's about burnout. And the reason I want to talk about this is because I've burned out. Not once, not twice, honestly, at least 3 times. And one of those hit me very hard. I actually had to take 6 weeks off just to figure out who I was again, to remember what I love, to feel like myself. Burnout is brutal, especially when you're a high achiever. Especially when you love what you do and you care deeply about getting it right. I'm that person, and I have a feeling if you're listening to this, you might be too. That's exactly why it sneaks up on people like us. We're passionate, we're driven, and we often ignore the signs until we're running on fumes. If you've ever found yourself saying, I just need to get through this week, or I just need to get through this afternoon, on repeat, or felt that slow, creeping sense of disconnection, this episode is for you. So burnout doesn't start big. It actually starts very quiet, and it doesn't show up overnight. It builds slowly, one ignored sign at a time. And once you've burned out once, my dear, you are right about to have it happen again. It can happen so much faster the next time because your body's already primed for it. Don't ask me how I know that. Okay, great. I'll be the first to tell you, I'm not perfect at this, but I've learned a thing or two along the way. And what I want to share today is what's helped me and what my clients are using to start to recover from this process. And we can actually protect your energy for the long haul. So let's talk about some of the sneaky signs that come up. Number 1, dreading Sundays or Sunday scaries. This is one I hear all the time, and I think it got really popular on social media. But if you say something to the effect of, I hate Sundays because it feels like I wake up to dread, or every second of my Sunday feels like it's just slipping through my fingers, that's not just a busy week ahead. That's a body and mind signaling overload, red flag. Sneaky sign number 2 that you might have is the one more weekend loop. I've lived this one. Honestly, I just went through a phase kind of like this. I kept telling myself, just make it to the weekend, then I'll rest. But next weekend always turned into the next weekend and the next month and the next quarter. I was working late, crashing on the couch, and calling it rest when it was really just survival. So if your rest keeps getting rescheduled and bumped out on your calendar, burnout might be knocking. And then sneaky sign number 3, you're irritated by everything. You snap at the people you love. Shout out to my husband, who's gone through this 3 times with me. You lose patience faster than normal. Even small things like an overwhelming inbox, that's one of my biggest triggers, or a sink full of dishes will just set you off. That irritability, it's a sign that your nervous system is tapped out. And then if you ever find yourself numbing out, you're not sleeping well, you're too tired to do anything about it, you scroll endlessly on your phone, binge shows, or zone out just to avoid active thinking. I just want to tell you, there's nothing wrong with a good Netflix binge, but when you're using that as like your go-to every single day, it might be time to ask, what exactly am I avoiding? What exactly am I trying to numb out from? Or maybe you've lost interest in what you love. This one hits deep. When I was at my worst, I stopped doing all the things that usually brought me back to life. Creative projects, didn't care. Coffee dates, too much effort, too exhausted. Even little joys felt like chores, and I found myself not really laughing much. That could also be a teeter on depression, but burnout doesn't always show up as stress. Sometimes it just shows up as disconnection from the parts of you that really matter the most. So what do we do about it? Well, first of all, be aware, right? You've got these red flags going on. You know what's happening. Clue into your body. But in addition to that, I can walk you through a few checkpoints and a few recovery tools that have helped me and also some of my clients start to feel like themselves again. So number one, check your energy. Are you waking up tired? And not just because you stayed up till 2 a.m.? Are you feeling wired but exhausted, constantly like looking for a break that's just not possible? That might be something to look at. Track your emotions. Notice patterns. Are you irritable with your partner? Are you feeling numb? Is everything just starting to feel like way too much? That could also be something to keep an eye out for. And then watch your defaults. What do you reach for when you're overwhelmed? Is it restorative or is it just a quick escape? Rebuilding after burnout or in burnout starts with really small steps forward. So I actually created an overcoming burnout daily activity deck that is all based on small, less than 15-minute activities that I use to come out of it. It's a simple, flexible tool I created that's on our website. It's only $29.99. Think of it as a gentle nudge, just one small little action that you can do a day to help you reconnect with yourself. There's 60 cards, so it can last for 2 months, and the stuff in there is kind of fun. That's one you can do. You can also set boundaries that actually stick. So pick one, just one. Maybe it's not checking email after 7 p.m. Maybe it's blocking off a lunch, even if it's just 20 minutes. The key is honor your energy and make sure that you depend on it, because your energy is so vital to your success. And then ask for support. Burnout isolates you, but connection heals. Reach out to a friend, a coach, a therapist, someone who can remind you that you don't have to do this alone. Burnout recovery does not happen overnight, but it starts when you decide to put yourself back at the top of your own priority list. Remember, we can't pour from an empty bucket. You deserve to feel clear, creative, connected, not just productive. So if you are a high achiever that maybe is resonating with some of the things in this episode, I just want you to know you're not alone. You're not the first person to go through this. And there are ways that you can overcome. And if no one's told you this lately, you're allowed to slow down. I will be the first to tell you I'm terrible at this. But you're allowed to rest. You're allowed to come back to yourself one breath, one day, one moment at a time. You don't have to do it all. Thanks for joining me today on Careers Unchecked. If you've got a career question or just need someone to bounce an idea off of, reach out. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, take a breath, take a step, and keep moving forward. You've got this.